Hello. Good afternoon. In fact, it's afternoon already. So, uh, um, just let me quit this. It's easy to speak this way. Good morning, girls. It is with a great pride that I'm here today representing CCDR. CCDR is in a resumed way of speaking more or less a regional government. And together with ADRALS, the Agency for Regional Development in Alentejo, together we challenge the municipalities and several entities in Alentejo to be here today with us to present our common strategy for the development of the policies for the sea in Alentejo. We are always proud to have one of the most preserved coast, but in fact we need to maintain this preserved coast, but also to develop a strategy for the blue economy. We want to create also a strategy for the digital transformation applied to the policies of the ocean. And we hope to work together, because together we can create better strategies and better policies and a better work. So I'm passing the word and the place to ADRALS, and then to the municipalities and the entities that are working together with us. No more time. João, please. Thank you so much. João is the president of ADRAL and is continuing this presentation. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. I would like to welcome you all. It is a great pleasure. It's here. Thank you. It is a great pleasure to be here, and I thank CCDR for all the cooperation that we are showing here today in this presentation. We would like to show you the importance that we are giving to blue economy in Alentejo. Alentejo is, as you know, 1/3 of Portugal. It has almost 200 kilometers of marine coast, one of the best preserves in the world, and that must be a goal that we keep that for the future. And we are naturally positioned to have an important blue economy. Not only in the coast, but we are also growing blue in the interior of Alentejo. As you know, we have one for 20 years. We have a great investment in the interior that it's called the Alqueva Dam, and it's one of the biggest artificial lakes in Europe. So all the interior of Alentejo is growing bluer and is growing greener, thanks to Alqueva, and we are now focused in those possibilities also. ADRAL is the regional development agency. We work with the most important stakeholders of the region. We work with municipalities, with the regional government agencies, especially with CCDR. And our main goal is to grow synergies in all the possibilities of the blue economy. So we have a work with the local stakeholders. We worked with Europe directly to try to develop new projects. And we have some special projects related to the blue economy. We are working at Mistral, which is a project with 14 stakeholders from 8 countries in the Mediterranean area. We have the Alentejo Azul, which is the main project that brings us here today and that tries to improve or to help the creation of new companies, technological based or creative based companies related to blue economy. And we also are working a very special project that is called Alentejo Nautical Stations, which is trying to promote and develop all the nautical tourism in the seashore and also in the interior. So it's a great potential. It's growing very, very much right now. We are projecting in Europe, and it's collecting very, very interesting feedbacks. So we are invite you all to know a bit more about Alentejo and all the work that we are doing. And I thank you very much for this moment. And I pass to our inviteds, our stakeholders, our collaborators to show you a bit more about our work. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. First of all, thank you all for being here. Thank you CCDR for the invitation to be here and the opportunity to present Cines Tecnopolo, all of you. Cines Tecnopolo is have 15 years of experience in project collaboration for the Blue Grove. Cines Tecnopolo, located in the city of Sines, as it. Sorry. So sorry. Low battery in the phones. Have to change it. Okay, here I am. So, located in the city of Sines, as we have identified challenges and opportunities that aim to generate networks that promote regional specialization in terms of blue growth, internationalization business, and promoting the development of new innovations regarding to the blue economy. Policies that provide solutions for a more economically and environmentally sustainable future. Operating in 3 different areas of excellence: entrepreneurship, training, and the development of collaborative projects, Cines Tecnopolo provides a diverse offer of structuring service to the Alentejo region. Recognized to the large European Entrepreneurship Innovation Network, EBN, as the Alentejo Business Innovation Center, Cines Tecnopolo developed its activity within the scope of promoting, developing, and supporting entrepreneurship. Created by the municipality of Sines and the higher education institutions in the region, like Beja, Évora, and Setúbal, and the structural regional business enterprises like Galp and the administration of the port of Sines and the Algarve. Cines Tecnopolo is based on a collaboration platform between the companies and the other organizations or individuals, like you see in the picture, that aims to promote the qualification of human capital and knowledge transfer, to empower people and organizations, and as well as increasing its ability to attract investment. Through these 3 areas of excellence that I spoke, and the vast network of institutional links, Cines Tecnopolo intends to encourage and promote a national and international business establishment that responds to the challenge of the blue economy. For example, supporting the creation of blue business startups and spin-offs. We have an incubator, and we have right now more than 40 companies there established. It's about 100 people working in blue economy in our incubator. Empowering business to transition to digital, promoting the internationalization of SME, small medium enterprises. We had been last week with Azul in Norway, just promoting the internationalization of companies. Promoting new job opportunities in the blue field, offering human resources training in sectors linked to the blue economy, collaborating for applied research projects in the blue economy, developing lines of internationalization cooperation, and promoting relationships between research units in the blue field with new and existing business. So this is quite simple what Technopole does at the last 15 years of past. I will pass to the new partners.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carlos Alexandre, and I'm here representing the Mare Research Center. Mare Research Center is located, includes more than 500 researchers distributed by 7 poles located from the center of the country in Coimbra to Madeira, and passing, for example, by Lisbon, by Peniche, and by Évora, which is the work that I'm going to present here is done by the Mare Research Center at Évora, which is the one more directly involved in the work developed in the Alentejo. Well, for our work, there are some keywords that guide the studies that we develop in Alentejo. Monitoring and assessment. Only by monitoring and assessing these natural resources, we can propose management measures and can promote the sustainable exploitation of these natural resources while also supporting and promoting the blue economy associated to them. Here I'm presenting some examples of the work we developed in Alentejo to promote the blue economy of its natural resources. We have a lot of work for the management of diadromous fish, especially the ones with commercial interest like sheds and lampreys that also occur in Alentejo. We are developing a lot of work in assessing benthic ecosystem interactions in the framework of the Marine Directive. Also a lot of work in the promotion of sustainable fisheries, like the ones directed to goose barnacle that is typical of the southwest of Alentejo. But we don't work only with biological resources. We are also monitoring and promoting the value of our geologic resources, like the work done with the digital elevation model from the Alentejo continental shelf, and also the assessment of the mineral resources included in our coast. I talked about monitoring and assessment, and one of the main infrastructures that Mare has, and especially the Évora pole of the Mare Research Center has for monitoring and for assessing these natural resources, is the CoastNet infrastructures. We have a stand nearby here that you can visit in this day, and the CoastNet is a research infrastructure that is monitoring environmental parameters throughout all the country, not only in Alentejo but throughout the Portuguese coast. We are collecting and providing near real-time data on water quality parameters like temperature, salinity, pH, dissolved oxygen. We are also providing data on satellite data. Every person that wants can go to our geoportal, can assess the data, and can download the data for free. We are also including in this CoastNet infrastructure some devices that can provide services on monitoring the fish behavior. For example, a researcher can tag a fish wherever they are working, and if the fish is detected here, he can see and he can assess that data. So this is some examples of the work we are developing in Alentejo related to this blue economy.
Good morning to all. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Jorge de Almeida. I'm the president of the Sines Port and Logistics Community, which is an association of stakeholders that are involved, direct or indirectly, in the functioning of the Sines Port. But I'm also here on behalf of the Sines Port Authority, that is the entity that is responsible for the port itself. Sines, for those who don't know, Sines is Portugal's largest port. You see some of the indications related to the port performance in there. It moves more than 50% of the cargo that is moved in the Portuguese ports. It's within the top 15 ports in Europe in the container ship market. Is a paperless port. Is one of the first paperless ports in Europe. Has had a pioneering role in developing what's called the single port window, where no paper is used to dispatch the cargo of the ships. And that is being now extended to the logistics, the connection between the ocean port and the dry port. So this is an important part of Sines' competitive advantage. Another part of Sines' competitive advantage, it's the very efficient connection between the sea transportation and the rail transportation. We are the largest rail platform in the Iberian Peninsula, and this has been a very important factor in the development of Sines, because Sines does not have a large amount of containerized cargo, so it's essential to have a good connection so that the logistic chains that enter through Sines can be efficiently operated. In terms of economic value, you can see the numbers there. The contribution to the national GDP is 1.5%, represents, or there are 20% of Portugal's exports that move through the port of Sines, okay? And employs 3,400 workers, of which about half are employed in the container terminal. Well, Sines right now, if you read the papers and so on, you'll see that there's a lot of attention to Sines for several reasons. One has to do, for example, with the fact that the container ship terminal that was contracted back in 2004 has grown exponentially. Initially, the capacity was 1.4 million TEUs. Today, they're inaugurating, as we speak, an extension of the terminal, so they will have a capacity that will be 3 times what it was contracted for initially. And this led the Port Authority and the government to launch a project for a new container terminal, which will more than double the capacity of Sines. But then LNG now, as you know, for the reasons that are connected with the problems we're having in Europe and Russia, and the fact that we are in Europe too dependent of the Russian energy supply, oil, gas, and coal. But gas is the one that is more difficult to change source, because the gas from Russia comes by gasoduct. So the alternative to bring by ships is a much more complicated one. But because of that, Sines has been looked at as the gateway for LNG that may be then transported to the North European ports by ship until a gasoduct is created through the Pyrenees. There is also a terminal that was used mostly for importing of coal. Portugal does not import coal anymore. We have 2 coal-fired power stations that were closed, and this terminal now has been readapted for the goods, for their cargoes, and it is possibly a future important gateway for grain cargo to the Iberian Peninsula. Now, next to Sines, there's about 4,000 hectares of space that is managed by ICEP, the ICEP Global Parks, a government agency for logistic and industrial development. And this has been also an important motor for the development of Sines. Currently, we are working on a project to gain a status of a free port. In other words, to be able to actually assemble goods from outside of Europe in Sines and create in Sines an assemblage port, which also will dynamize the terminal. Then the last 2, I think, are the ones more directed to the theme of this conference. And I have a slide that talks about it in more detail. I mean, it's a busy slide because it's a very busy project. But essentially, it's a project we call Nexus that is formed by 21 members, 21 companies, entities, research centers, and so on, that have selected around 30 projects with innovation, and basically projects related to the digital transformation and the energy transformation to fight the climate changes. And you have an overview of this project. The objectives are very concrete. First of all, the investment has been budgeted at 95 or around 95 million euros over a period of 4 years until 2026. The main objective is to reduce the carbon footprint by 50% in the port of Sines and by 25% in the logistic chains that are connected to Sines. So it's a pretty ambitious goal. The other goal is to treble the research and investment budget of these companies to be trebled, to be 3 times what it is today. So we have a huge increase on the amount of money that's going to be dedicated to research and development. The other one is to create specialized jobs, so high value jobs, and having the objective of keep it in a parity, so gender parity. And the last one, probably the most difficult one, is to create in Portugal a logistic chain that will be within the top 20 in the world. Right now we are 150 or something like that. So this is an extremely ambitious, but we have the components to do it. And essentially this is what's happening today. I'll be more than happy if anybody wants to contact me to talk about any of these projects or even other projects that you may have interest in developing. Thank you.
Hello everybody, good morning. For us, for tourism, the matter of sustainability is focused in another way. So I will point you the direction that we are now working in. First of all, we wish to promote Alentejo as a sustainable destination. Is our aim, is our main objective. And for that, we need to promote Alentejo as all year-round destination. Not only for the peak of the season, not only for summer, no. Alentejo is an all year-round destination. Secondly, we must create differentiation in the products that we offer to the tourists. So it's like that we can spread the tourists along the year and also along the territory. And there is a certain complementarity between the Alentejo from the coastal Alentejo and the inland Alentejo. And we must promote this complementarity as a mixed product when you can be on the seaside for the morning, but you can have lunch in a city that is classified by UNESCO as World Heritage Site, for example. We must convince the entrepreneurs that sustainability is an obligation to us all, not only for the institutions, but for all the companies. It's like that we wish to work, we want to work. And we are now very committed with the plan for the water efficiency in Alentejo. That is a plan that is stopped, is no more in elaboration, what is really a preoccupation. We must go on with this plan. We have already water problems, we have already problems in using the resources. And for that, we are looking to the seaside in a different way. It's not only the traditional product sun and sea, but we are betting in promoting walking, cycling, canoeing, windsurf, surf, kite surf, sail, diving, coastering, and so many other activities that can be done all year round. Is not only in the peak of the season, it's for all year. And like that, with these kind of products, we can achieve a new target, a new kind of client that is more responsible, that use better the local resources, respect the environment, respect the culture, respect the local identity. Is that what is our aim? Is that what we do? Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Mafalda. I'm from municipality of Admira. We are one of the municipalities in Alentejo with blue economy. We have 12 blue flag beach, 8 beach with golden quality, 5 accessible beach, 2 nature beach, 1 beach for dog bathing, 1 zero pollution beach. Project Wave Watcher. We have Casas Brancas, an association creative tourism network, minimum stay 7 nights in low season, surfer, access to any Casas Brancas association accommodation, freedom to explore the waves of the region, easy booking process. Strategic and operational plan for enhancing the value of River Mira. Reconcile all aspects and benefits of the River Mira, medium-long-term strategy for the area, operational plan between the various local agents, guide to implementation of actions, population, council agents, visitors and potential investors. Nautical station of Admira, 3 pools in the course of the Mira River, Vila Nova de Mil Fontes, Admira, Santa Clara Lagoon. Position Admira as a tourist destination of excellence. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. My name is Alexandra and I'm from Adral, but the president of Santiago do Cacém asked me to make the presentation because he has today a very huge event in this city. So I will be very quickly. So the principal investments that Santiago do Cacém, that is also in the coastal of Alentejo, are in the constructions of infrastructures to clean the water that goes in the rural areas, and sewer interception systems in the parish of Sant André, and wastewater outfalls from 2 cities of this infrastructure of Rio de Moinhos, Santiago do Cacém, and Vila Nova de Santo André. They want to improve the environmental and water quality of the Sant André Lagoon, that is the principal lagoon that is connected with the ocean. And they want to improve the water quality of the tributary streams of the river Sado, that will connect the ocean of course, and the improvement of the characteristics of the water release into the environment. The principal actions in tourism, the tourism promotions, they are aiming to respect of the ecosystem carrying capacity, the environmental sustainability of accommodation units, and sustainable and resource conserving tourism products. They also are very concerning about eel, and they organize a eel gastronomic festival, and they want to promote a sustainable consumption of this high value resource they have there. And the economic, ethnographic and cultural valorization of artisanal fishing, they are also concerns on that. And at least the environmental education campaigns, they beat a lot in the education, and the importance of sustainability in the use of the resources are the main thematic that they are working on this. And that's it. I will pass to Sines.
Hello, good morning. My name is Filipa Faria. I'm City Council of Sines. Eu vou falar em português, peço imensa desculpa, porque já sou conhecida em várias sedes por furar os protocolos e houve aqui uma falha de comunicação. Eu vou falar em português, mas estarei disponível para que quem não perceba a língua portuguesa facultar a apresentação que vou aqui fazer hoje. Dizer-vos o seguinte, eu não quero estar aqui a ter os holofotes todos em cima do Concelho de Sines. De facto, nós neste momento somos a capital da transição energética. Temos um polo universitário devidamente reconhecido há muitos anos em Sines, que já teve aqui a oportunidade de apresentar o seu trabalho, que é a Universidade de Évora. E, de facto, Sines é uma terra, é um território com uma forte ligação ao mar, em várias medidas. Aquilo que vos trago aqui hoje é São 2 projetos que vão de encontro àquilo que o turismo aqui hoje trouxe, dentro do turismo sustentável e com o objetivo de criar aqui circuitos todo o ano e evitar a sazonalidade. O primeiro projeto que vos trago em concreto é o Observatório do Mar, um edifício com grande identidade e carinho de todos os chineses, um antigo conjunto de armazéns utilizado pelos pescadores da pesca artesanal e pelos corticeiros e que neste momento está a ser alvo de uma grande modernização e que no futuro irá ser um observatório onde vai ter a dinâmica de várias atividades, desde os primórdios de Sines, em que Sines fazia parte de um circuito económico, onde fenícios e cartagineses já rumavam a Sines para fazer o circuito comercial, até aos descobrimentos com o Vasco da Gama e depois, sim, uma informação sobre todo o desenvolvimento daquilo que é a atividade económica. O Observatório do Mar irá valorizar a memória marítima de Sines nas suas mais variadas vertentes, ganhando um novo polo de atração cultural e turística na zona mais ocidental da cidade e que, de facto, merecia ali um melhor arranjo paisagístico e urbanístico. O segundo projeto que aqui vos trago e que já foi aflorado é, de facto, as estações náuticas de Sines, a Estação Náutica de Sines, um projeto que está aqui o meu amigo António, que sabe que nós abraçámos desde o início, queremos fazer parte, queremos fazer melhor, achamos que é uma forma de Sines retornar às suas origens e, portanto, nesta perspectiva, a Estação Náutica de Sines é constituída por uma rede de oferta turística náutica de qualidade, bastante bem organizada a partir da valorização integrada dos recursos náuticos, presentes no nosso território, que inclui um crescendo no alojamento. Nós temos já alojamento de elevada qualidade, num patamar superior. Temos uma restauração cada vez mais diversificada e que são os próprios chefes reconhecidos a nível nacional já que nos procuram e não ao contrário. E, portanto, acrescendo a um conjunto de atividades náuticas e outras atividades e serviços relevantes para a atração turística. Oferece também atividades como o surf, o mergulho, o pedal surf, a experiência com passeios a cavalo, à beira-mar, as provas do vinho do mar, isto tudo para dizer que já existem uma série de pacotes de oferta turística que podemos utilizar durante todo o ano. Por outro lado, a Estação Náutica de Sines oferece vários tipos de alojamentos e restaurantes de extrema qualidade, como já tive a oportunidade aqui de dizer, e o principal objetivo é que o turista que venha a Sines à procura das estações náuticas possa também desfrutar de tudo aquilo que a nossa região tem de melhor. E como eu costumo dizer, e eu acho que consigo vender bem o meu território, é um território pequeno, mas com muita qualidade, com uma grande diversidade, e a aposta do Executivo Camarário é, de facto, ir de encontro àquilo que o turismo quer e pretende. Queremos ter turistas todos os anos, todo o ano, com a mais diversa atividade possível e, portanto, é uma aposta do município nesta matéria. Não posso terminar sem dar um destaque especial ao facto de sermos por 3 anos consecutivos o município mais azul. E isto é uma razão de ser. Nós há muito tempo que vivemos fustigados por uma cintura industrial que nos oferece uma mais-valia a todos aqueles que lá vivem e dele trabalham, mas de facto nós temos que preparar as nossas crianças para o futuro e estas atividades de educação ambiental dão às crianças do nosso concelho uma consciência daquilo que as envolve e, portanto, prepará-las para aquilo que é o futuro e para eles terem uma consciência mais ativa em tudo aquilo que os rodeia. E daí sermos um município premiado nessa matéria. Muito obrigado por me ouvirem. Até uma próxima e visitem o nosso concelho. Obrigada.
We were so worried about the time that now we have time to finish. So, economy, but also tourism, food, gastronomy, and Alentejo has one of the best in the world. uh, decarbonization, transportation, logistics, um, sustainability, preservation. Uh, these are only some of the challenges we have in the future. We have to face with the governance of the sea in Alentejo. These entities presenting here today are also just a few of all the entities that we need to work together to have the best governance for the sea in Alentejo. And this, it's also one step in this challenge in the work we have ahead. I need to say that we count with all of you, and we need to work together, and in a very near future also to do some work together to decide and to achieve the best policies and to make a strong position for Alentejo in everything that will be the conclusions for this so important conference. The sea, in fact, as in the start of this conference was said, the ocean is the connection between all of the world. But and we want that Alentejo can be a strong mark for this work and for this connection. So I hope soon we can work together, and we can again be together to talk about Alentejo and the work we have ahead. Thank you so much for this presence. João, I don't know if you want to say something, but let's start the work. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.